Okay, on this tutorial, we're going to be setting up a Ubiquity loco station. This will be connecting to the access point we previously set up at the office. So first, you're going to navigate to the default IP address, 192.168.1.20. You'll again come into this page, hit Advanced, Proceed. You'll see here the instructions, almost identical to setting up the access point. Username is UBNT, country, United States, English language. Check that you agree to the terms of use. Now we'll log in. Now we're on the systems page. We'll log in again. Now that we've logged in, you'll see the notification that we're using the default. So we're going to go over to the systems page first. Change the default password from UBNT to our CRB default password with a capital E. Once we complete that, we're going to give this a name. So this is going to be remote station. If it's on a building, just name it whatever building it's connected to or device it's connected to. Next, we're going to change the time zone. Make sure we change it to -8. Okay, once that's done, we're going to hit change and apply. The system's times requires you to reboot and log back in. Next, we're going to the wireless tab. Once on the wireless tab, we're going to stay on station. But since we've already set up the access point, we're going to come over here to SSID and hit select. It's going to search. And sure enough, we're going to see SSID of CRB and Office AP. We're going to select the box next to it, come down to the bottom, and hit select. Once we've done that, channel width is automatically 2040. That's fine. Output power, we're going to change to 10. Everything else stays on default. Here, it's security, WPA2. We're going to put in our default CRB key. And hit change. And apply. Once we've done those things, we're going to come over to the network. Sometimes the system will require you to reboot and log back in. We'll see what it does here. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, now that we're on network. Network mode is bridge. Disable network is none. Configuration is simple. All that stays the same. So we're going to change the management IP address. Most clients, we're going to just select DHCP, but in this case, we're going to leave it on static. We're going to change it at 22 because our last one was 21. If we're doing static, we need to make sure we put the primary DNS 8.8.8.8 and secondary as 1.1.1.1 and disable IPv6. It's not needed for what we use. Hit change and apply. Again, this can take a minute and sometimes requires a reboot and logging back in. Since we did change the IP address, this should apply the changes and then redirect us to the correct IP address since it's static. If it is DHCP, then you will need to use a utility to find the IP address and log back in once you found it. I use advanced IP scanner, or if I have my phone connected to the network, I use Wi-Fi Man, which will find Ubiquity devices. You'll come back to the new page, hit advanced, proceed, log back in, UBNT, our default password. Once we're in, we'll see here that we have signal strength, we're connected, UNMS is still disabled. We need to go set that up. And we see that firmware is available. We can update that at the end. So now we're going to go over to services. We're going to enable UNMS, hit the edit key. Here we have our UNMS CRB address key. Paste it in there, save, and you'll see the warning come up that it requires NTP. Go ahead and select NTP and hit change and apply. Once you've done that, you have connection to the access point. Everything is done. It is now connected.